कहीं अथरी हवा है बगे किदा पढ़ को किताबे जिंदगी थे खिल रे निसार से नाम अंदर बैद कताबा नाम रैंदा पंग शराबा नाम रैंदा मस्त खराबा.
The first question is by Richa Nigam from Delhi. Who is Rabbi Shergill a fan of?
I'm a fan of Sting. I'm a fan of Avida Parveen. I'm a fan of John Zerzan, the writer. I'm a fan of Tarkovsky. I'm a fan of a whole bunch of things. Robert De Niro, maybe.
Vivek Singh from Noida asks, we knew he was against the current farm laws. What took him so long to actively join the farmers' protest?
I guess it just must have felt right that day. I'll tell you something. It's not very easy for me to just come out and say I have joined this movement, because that means turning a blind eye to anything that we may have done ourselves. I think it's my job to be critical as an artist, and as somebody who has I've tilled the land for about 2 years when my father passed away. For 2 years the land was with me, 10 acres in my village, and I couldn't understand what was being done there. There was a cognitive dissonance with what was being done there. We were growing 3 crops, 4 crops each year. We were sucking out groundwater like no tomorrow. It's still, I can't really understand why do we do what we do. We had my father had a earth loving relationship with his land. Now we have an owning sensibility. We own the land. Back then we took care of the land. So there's some giving up on, forsaking of nuance when you join a movement, and I didn't think I was ready to do that. I wanted to hold on to my differences of opinion with people who were being pushed out by the government. But I took a position when these people started their march, and they were met with water cannons. Something snapped within me that day. I said, this is too much. So I remember putting out a post that day that this government has lost its moral right to govern us.
Suparna Saha from Jamshedpur wants to know, when do we get to see you in your next show?
I would perform at a dog's birthday party if I could. Right now, I don't really have. My manager is he's panicking, and he says that we need to keep the band going. My hope is we do this year soon, but it's the situation, and art is the last priority when there is a lockdown. It's the last priority when the economy is not doing well. It's a crazy thing. We only make money when the capitalists make money, and right now the economy is in a bad way. Whenever that picks up, I guess I'll be back.
What are you currently working on? Is the question by Toshi Karan from Kolkata.
Well, I have a whole bunch of stuff to work on. I'm working on film songs. I'm writing a book. There's a whole bunch of stuff that my intellectual meanderings take me a whole bunch of time to keep up with them. So there's this book, and there's this. I'm working on 2 videos, and then there is this film song.
Prema from Madurai wants to know, when will your book be released and what is it about?
The book is about it's a nuanced book, but it essentially talks about my relationship to what is my conception of Punjab and therefore India. And we start this exploration from the oldest civilization that you find in India, which is the Indus Valley civilization. And then it explores my relationship to that, what I think are what is the narrative, what it means today, how is it topical today, and it takes that narration forward.
The next question is by Nikita Rawat from Uttar Kashi. How did you spend your lockdown?
I rode a bike when I could. I really like biking around, so I rode a bike. I made 3 songs. I have a place in the hills, so I go there and hike.
Where?
Kasoli. So and then I got to read so much, and I suddenly realized my trip in life is to be dazzled. So I am constantly on the lookout for things and people and books that dazzle me, and I found a few things which truly and utterly dazzled me, and I'm very taken up by it, very excited about them intellectually, and I just spend all my time just chasing rainbows, I guess, intellectual rainbows.
Jessica Goel from Mumbai asks, like the writer's block, do you also experience a blockage? What do you do to overcome it?
You do strange things. I would do strange things. I'd go for a long drive. Sometimes I try to do something I would never do, which is take care of somebody's dog, or watch a movie which I didn't really didn't think I was, or like high-speed bebop music. I'm not into that, so I'd say, okay, let me just get into art, any kind of art which I'm blind to right now, or I'm numb to right now, and just forcing myself. I developed an appreciation for jazz music by forcing myself to listen to jazz, acid jazz. There's always going to be stuff that you're not going to like.
कल आई कुत्ते मुही खा झोया मुर्दार गुसाई राजे पाप कमावते उल्टी वाड़ खेत कौ खाई खेत